morning, people. How are you guys doing this morning? So I heard this black guy this morning talking about black women. Why you black men like to come for black women? If you want to date women of other races, why do you always have to attack black women? First of all, most of you black men have not been taught how to be leaders, providers for your home. So a black woman cannot rest in her femininity being with you. The white woman can. And that's one of the reasons why you get the softer version of them. This is the reason why when you see a black woman with a white man who provides to her and allows her to live in her femininity, she's often submissive. And that is what a lot of men do not understand. It's you who set the tone of the relationship.
And it's like, why do some black men always feel like they have to attack black women about their hair? And my issue is that there are too many people who are ignorant about the history, and they don't understand like the history that we come from and the trauma that black women were subjected to in relation to their hair. And fast forward, it's not something that just goes away. We're not going to demonize black hair anymore. We're not going to demonize black women anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, lack of knowledge, and he needs to study our story and get to know and understand that he cannot insult black women in that way.
And we're here again talking about black women, a black man insulting a black woman about her hair. And it's like, well, why are we always in the firing line, especially from black men?
From our own. It's so painful.
It's saddening.
Also don't understand why it's okay for black men to just be disrespecting black women like that. And y'all don't say nothing. So when King did take it to hell, he should have took it to motherfucking hell. He did. That's my motherfucking. We ain't scared of you. We ain't scared of you.
I really don't think black women have an issue with black men dating white women. It's when they bash us.
That's what I'm saying.
To validate whatever they're doing. You can date whoever you want to date, but don't bash women or bring them down because that's not your type. We don't care who you date. Date who you want to date, but it's like when y'all are dissing your own race because you're with somebody that's not your race, it's like a bad image, and that's when black women come off as where we don't.
Or
say.
To add on, or they feel like it's a step up. Like I'm finally winning in life once they get with someone of a different race. Because now it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. One thing that I've noticed, like I've never experienced any other race or ethnic group of men like go out of their way to try to like diminish or put a black woman down besides the black man. Like you could just be minding your business and then here comes a fucking black man trying to down your appearance and shit or just talk about you for no reason. Like you don't even know the guy. Like why are you even being rude and nasty to me? Like why are you talking on me or about me? Like anything that I have on, anything that I'm doing, like why? Like I've never experienced any other race of men go out of their way and say something rude and nasty. Like why do y'all do that? Like it's why? And then it's always, oh, I'm joking. Why are you joking with me? Like, do I look like a joke, bitch? Don't joke with me. I don't joke with you guys. I don't. It's nothing funny about you guys. Y'all be, and it's always the ones that just got tattoos on their face, looking mad dirty. Mother don't love them. Father never cared about them. It's just like, but you don't have to exude that energy to me because I don't do that to people. I treat people with respect. Stop playing with me, dog.
All right, man. So why do black women feel attacked by black men? You know what I'm saying? So now they're saying the media and they've been saying it for a while that the media and black men, since black men have a platform to speak because of the revolution or the evolution of social media and the revolution of social media. And a lot of the times, a lot of the brothers are just using the content that y'all say. How y'all got a fool guy, a work girl, a boyfriend, or, a whole phase, and how y'all just want to have fun and then marry the safe guy and a nice guy. And they're just pretty much using those talking points and just telling guys, watch out for this because, You know, I know somebody, or I went through this divorce, or I got played by this woman, or that's pretty much what it is. It's a cautionary tale. And just that right then and there, not just that, but then on the main side I want to speak on, a lot of the talking points, you know, are preference. You know, they may say, well, you know, why don't you want to get married? And the black man might be like, well, the black women that I came across, or this is what I prefer in a black woman. I want her to follow my lead, be submissive. You know what I'm saying? You know, bare minimum shit, to be real. We really ask for the bare minimum and should ask for more, go beyond. And they feel attacked. Well, I'm not being submissive. Well, I ain't doing this, or I ain't doing that. Why should I follow your lead? And they'll sit there and prove your point. Why should I fight for your lead? And then a lot of dudes is pulling the wolves over the brothers' eyes and letting them know how much a lot of divestors doing it too, how much they desire brag. And the divestors are transparent. And what it turned out, when you really pull the layers back, a lot of the brothers are finding out that most of these women prefer non-black women and brag, or non-black men and brag. You know, they fought to sleep with the slave master. They fought for black women and white women to be together. Black women fought for that, you know? And they feel so attacked based off what we want. And then if a lot of the brothers go get what they want and it's not a black woman, or if they find a black woman that do it, oh, she's a pick me, or it couldn't be me, girl, and it's bitterness. But behind all that bitterness is a bottle of Stella Rose wine and them suffering and crying in silence and wishing they had a man. See, on wax, they sit there and lie and say they don't need a man, they don't want a man. Oh, I don't need a man to raise our family. And then at the end of the day, they go home and they wish they had a man. And they got too much pride. And that's one thing I noticed about this generation of women. They got too much pride. Nobody want no prideful woman. Too proud to beg, too independent to ask for help, to depend on a man. That's what you're supposed to do. And then they sit there and take the bums that they pick, and that just don't go in the black community. A lot of these, you know, Becky's, they pick these bums. These Maria picked the worst guys, sleep with the worst guys, procreate for the worst guys, knew they didn't want to marry them, knew they wasn't the proper candidates, and then, you know, blame all men, you know what I'm saying? But in general, it's just most guys giving cautionary tales, telling guys what to watch out for and giving their preference. For years, when they was on Oprah attacking black men, and the two attack dogs, Oprah and Gail, even though it was people like Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan, and people turned Oprah up and co-signed Oprah, Tyler Perry, but she openly destroyed and did documentaries on multiple brothers, you know, witch hunts to destroy them. You know, and that's the number one issue with black men, where they feel like they owe something to black women, even if they tear their reputation down, even if they talk shit about them. We still in debt. We still got to play nice. We still got to turn the other cheek. And I think a lot of black men are no longer turning the other cheek no more. They telling black women exactly how they feel. Not with just their words on the podcast, but with their words and you know, with their actions. They going to get passports. They going to, you know, the racial numbers are starting to drop, you know? So a lot of brothers is with their actions just showing women how they feel. And they can come up with all the fake content that they want. But those, you know, those black marriage numbers are drastically dropping. You know, and it ain't because of the brothers. I'll tell you that right now. Most black men prefer to be with black women, but at the end of the day, to be quite frank with you, a lot of the OGs older than us telling us not to settle. Don't go through this. Come on, what are you doing? Jesus, man, these motherfuckers, man, what are you doing, man? They telling us not to settle. They telling us to go where we celebrated at. Don't get married. Do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? But telling them our experiences and our preferences and using what they're saying on the internet is feel like they attacking. I mean, y'all been attacking us since we got out of bondage. And for many, many years, many, many decades, brothers have played nice, turned the other cheek, spared their mothers, spared their sisters, spared the women that they've been with. A lot of dudes don't talk about the L's. Don't talk about the trauma that started off in a household, single mother household. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes spare their mother, bro. A lot of dudes spare their aunts, their grandmas, their sisters, the girls they've been with. A lot of dudes do. But the truth feels like an attack, especially when, you don't plan on being better. You don't plan on, trying to conform, trying to fall in line. It feels like an attack. And at the end of the day, they've been attacking us on TV, from Ricky Lake to Oprah. They've been attacking our reputation for years, for decades. And ain't no generation of men tried to attack them. Ain't none of us really said nothing about, anytime we say how we feel and our experiences, with black women on a family level, on a platonic level, on a schoolmate level, we say we was dark and ugly, or they didn't like us, and only the white girls liked us, or the other girls, or a particular subset of women liked us. It's an issue. But they say that it's sympathy. That's why dudes don't really care what they say at this point. That's when we care. Y'all can attack us with the microphones all y'all want to. But brothers are the only ones that's gonna marry y'all. Y'all can, and people ain't helping no more. I've said this the last few months. They have ran stepfathers out of the community. They have ran stepfathers out the community. They ain't there no more. They did that. They've ran them out the community. Those were the last black men that was left that can help them. They ran them out the community. It ain't that many black male teachers as men. There ain't that many. A lot of the volunteer coaches, they gone. Okay, so it ain't too many dudes left. It ain't that many black mentorship programs, especially with Trump divesting a lot of the programs. This is why you got, these kids running around wearing bonnets, painting their fingernails, don't know how to be a man, don't know how to change a tire. You know what I'm saying? Sassy, zesty, and the same men that they complain about, but they don't really dislike these guys. So our experiences feel like an attack, but for years, y'all experiences with the wrong men, prison, pookies, jailbirds, no job, guys that was wrong, we let it roll off. We let it roll off. We let it roll off the chin. We took it on the chin. We let it like, okay, cool. That's y'all experience. Y'all want to attack our image. That's cool. We kept it grooving. We kept it moving and grooving. But the minute that the minute that guys start, and it ain't even an attack on y'all. Most men are just telling dudes like, hey man, watch out for this, and this how they move, and this what you should look out for. That's what most men are saying. That's what most men are saying. It's just cautionary. Just, hey, look, if you're going to go do that, watch out for this. And y'all feel attacked. But guess what? Our statements couldn't be validated without y'all being on TikTok and Instagram and doing it. And without y'all reputation, when dudes get with y'all, being factual. So hit the link in the description. Follow me on X. Peace. Or follow me on Patreon.
I don't know what it is about media and men disrespecting specifically black women when it comes to relationships and breakups and divorce and all these things, how disrespectful they are to black women. It is just really starting to like really get to me, and how they victim blame women, and how they always are just like dogpiling on women consistently. If y'all want to fuck men, just say that. You don't have to always belittle, berate, and disrespect a black woman. Like you don't have to do all that. You actually don't have to say a fucking thing, honestly.
Y'all, it's a never ending story. It gets very frustrating. Like when you pay real attention to it, it's
women actually have no clue at all how badly they need men around. They say things like they'd rather have a planet to live on with only women. If men really did just disappear off of this planet, or just move off into seclusion on their own, who would women have to blame the BS that they do on. Could you imagine women having no out, no scapegoat, and really having to own up to the things that they do without anyone to blame it on? It would be a social meltdown.